Today is your lucky day because you're going to learn the single most important lesson of your entire project finance career right here in this first lecture. This is what I like to call the golden rule of project finance modeling. And the golden rule says, always read and model what's in the legal documentation. I'm not over-exaggerating here. I absolutely mean it. This is the single most important rule that you need to follow in your work. Let me make it clear why. It is the legal documents that have force in setting the terms that bind debtors and creditors of this deal. And you are building your financial model to represent the financial performance of a business that includes the effects of all these legally binding terms. So your model has to follow what's in these documents. Now, I bring this up right at the beginning of this course because we are going to be spending a lot of time focusing on mathematical definitions for the DSCR, LLCR, PLCR, and related mathematical methods for debt sizing and repayment sculpting. All of these reflect the most common and widespread methods used in the industry. But that does not guarantee that they will be the same definitions that you will be working with in your deal. You have to look at the legal documents to check how every material financial calculation is being defined on there. Never assume that calculations are being defined in the way that you've learned in this course or in learning material from any other provider, no matter how prestigious they are. The definition in the legal documents is what counts. And if those definitions are incorrect or create some kind of unexpected consequence, it is your job to bring that to everybody's attention with your modeling. Honestly, I saw big problems come up in this regard on one of my first deals simply because the golden rule was not followed. The client was looking to refinance some old debt, and we discovered that the project was technically in default because it had failed a covenant test that was actually mathematically impossible to pass under the terms of the original loan. Now, because this was totally unintentional, nobody had picked up on this during the original negotiations and diligence process. But now they were stuck with a serious risk of the creditor claiming that the client was in default under the terms of the loan. So I hope you can see why adhering to the golden rule is of paramount importance to your work. But I also want to reassure you that the ratios and mathematical methods that we are going to cover in this course are the ones that are most commonly used in industry. And they are the same ones that are taught by top training providers around the world. And further to that, these methods and definitions typically remain as the core mathematical foundation whenever terms are changed slightly here and there. So mastering these definitions allows you to handle any other minor changes and deviations more confidently. Okay, let's carry on.